Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Persona 5 Royal. It is July 2nd, and, well then let's begin class. We'll start with a summary of the previous lesson. And it looks like Kawakami is giving us a little bit of extra time in class, so we'll take this time not to study, but we will read this book that we just borrowed, Speed Reader. It will help us read books faster, and it is very, very useful. Even if you're not using this 100% guide, would definitely recommend picking it up and reading it. But by handling your eyes and brain separately, your efficiency... Well, that's a pretty scientific approach. At least the illustration makes it easier to understand. I do like my pretty pictures. So you finished reading it. You started flipping pages much faster towards the middle, so I thought you were skipping parts. I can already see that you're now able to read with more efficiency. Yep, reading speed has improved. From now on, you can now read at double the speed, allowing you to cover twice the material. Ah, the teacher's back. But I would say that was a very, very effective use of our time. Yep, free time from Kawakami. Thanks. Thanks, Becky. But now that we have that book done, we're going to go ahead and head to the library and exchange it for another one. So let's give it back to the student librarian, and we're going to get the book about Makoto, the Illusory Popus. We saw it earlier, we didn't grab it, but now's the time. And now that we can read it in one day, even better. So we're going to go ahead and exit the library. And Makoto's over here. How are you doing, Makoto?
Hey.
All we can do now is wait until Kanashiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. Do you need something on the third floor? Have you come to study in the library, perhaps? No, I came to see you. Seems your studies have paid off. Have you been working hard? We do have enough knowledge to invite Makoto out. So, if there's something I want to ask you, if it doesn't get in the way of your studies, that is. Yeah, I can lend an ear. Let's hang out.
Thank you very much.
Now then, let's find somewhere better to talk. The courtyard should do. And let's spend the afternoon hanging out with good old student council president.
I'd like to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment? Up until now, I've been the quintessential honor student. I believe I've been handling my position as student council president with ease as well. And I don't mean that in a boasting way, that's simply how I've thought about it. But in the end, I was unable to make any kind of impact with either Suzui-san or Kanashiro. Turns out there's no use for a rule-abiding honor student when things get rough. Now that I'm a member of this team, I want to do everything I can to help you all. All my studying up to this point has kept me quite narrow-minded. I think I will need to broaden my horizons somewhat.
Okay, what do you plan on doing?
My first step will be to learn more about the other students, but I struggle with that. There seems to be a disparity between my tastes and those of my peers.
Okay, I mean, I don't know that much about Makoto. That's not true. There's gotta be some similarities.
Really? I hope you're right, but I don't even know where people like to go for fun. It would be nice to have a grasp of such concepts. Plus, the student council must be responsible for understanding the student body they serve, right? I don't mean that in a surveillance way, I just want to know them as people. I may be a phantom thief, but that's no excuse for me to start ignoring my presidential duties. Now, back to the topic at hand. Where do people usually go for fun?
I've been to a few arcades every now and then. I went to an arcade bar, like, last week. I think it was on, like, Friday or Saturday, and I had a lot of fun, so let's try there.
I often hear people talking about going to the arcade. To be perfectly honest, I've never been to one myself. Do you think you could take me? I'm not sure if it'll broaden my horizons per se, but simply studying won't get me anywhere.
Sounds good. It'll be a field trip.
Thank goodness. I think I would have been totally lost in there had I gone by myself. Well, let's get going.
Yeah, let's take Makoto to an arcade. It'll be a fun little, I don't want to say date, but a fun little day out with her. I mean, An had one recently to that crepe store, so now is our turn.
So this is where everyone comes to enjoy themselves. There are more girls here than I expected. Hey, over there! You play by aiming the gun at the screen, right? That actually seems somewhat realistic.
Do you want to try it? It'll be fun.
If it's okay with you, do you think you could teach me? I did it! No way!
Makoto's loud play is garnering quite a bit of attention. She seems too engrossed in the game to even notice, though.
Oh, so this is how it is.
Well, what do you think?
Of course, that was just a game, but I wonder if I could apply some of the techniques I learned here during battle.
Yeah, that may work. You never know. Cognitive stuff, all that.
Perhaps going somewhere I don't normally frequent is what helped me come up with that idea. You know, it may only be a little bit, but I think I'm starting to understand how people pass time. Interesting. I would have never even thought about coming here before.
You still have much to learn. Yeah, this is a new side of you. Good to get out and explore new things.
Hey, do you think you could help me out again later? I might be able to give the team more ideas if I can gain increased knowledge outside of my studies.
Yeah, don't worry. I look forward to it. It'll be fun.
I need to live up to your expectations now that I've taken up your time. Perhaps it won't be immediately, but I'm sure I can be of use.
And we can sense a strong resolve from Makoto.
There must have been people who obstructed your actions as the Phantom Thieves. You managed to overcome them because you had someone who specialized in analyzing enemies. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the priestess persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
And with that, we unlock Priestess Rank 1. Shadow Calculus allows you to see skills and potential item drops on the analysis screen. It's exactly what it sounds like when you press L for me, whatever it is for you, just to view the enemy stat screen. That stuff shows up.
By the way, you went to the red light district when you were chasing after Kaneshiro, right? I'd like to go there as well. No, not for my own purposes. To tell you the truth, I recently got a report that one of our students was spotted there. I'm skeptical, but I'd like to confirm firsthand for myself. Well, it's getting late. Let's go home.
Alright, well that was a nice little fun first hangout with Makoto. Go to the arcade. I guess we're going to the red light district soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for setting aside some time for me today. It's always hard for me to come to places like this on my own, so you've been a big help. I've had all kinds of new experiences today, and it's even been a little fun. Red light district next? You? Me? Shinjuku? Yeah, thanks. I feel a lot better with you helping me through this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to keep you. Careful on your way home. I'll call you later. Sounds good. She does already have our phone number because she got it from Shojiro, the book, what, I don't know. She's smart. She's very resourceful, if you want to say that, but we are back. According to Yusuke's info, there's a famous shogi player in Kondo, right? If we have time, why don't we go meet them? That sounds like an awesome idea, Morgana. We're not going to do that. We're going to go hang out with the twins tonight. So let's go ahead and head over to Central Street. We are running a little low on money. I guess I could have warped to the Velvet Room. What do these guys have to say? My wife cut down my allowance because I didn't get any bonus this time around. Same here, I can't even eat a decent lunch. Every day I survive off beef bowls and hamburgers. At least we can always depend on those. I hear my wife's having lunch with her friends at some hotel. Geez, they're really living it up. If it's the same place we went, I can imagine. And now that I'm low on money, I am going to go ahead and head over to Untouchable and sell all my treasure. Remember to do this periodically after you have either a palace infiltration or go to mementos. It's just nice to get rid of all this stuff because, see, I'm doubling my money. I don't really need it because we will be heading over to mementos pretty soon here, but it's just nice to go ahead and do that and get money, and money is not going to be a problem anymore once we get to this next mementos expedition. So let's go ahead and talk to Justine real quick. Name the location. Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate your rehabilitation is where one offers up faith and words of devotion. Every day, lost sheep flock there to pray. There are even cases where individuals will confess to crimes. Confessing one's crimes due to a fear of divine punishment that has a familiar ring to our own inmates' rehabilitation. Does such a location sound familiar? Well, yeah, maybe the church in Conda that we haven't actually been to yet. So, what'll it be? You mean the church? Oh, so it's called a church. Let's witness this so-called faith that humans offer with our own eyes. Own two eyes. Let us head there now, inmate. Alrighty. What do you guys want to do with the church? So, this is where one prays to the gods in your world. The peaceful atmosphere here is the antithesis of a prison cell. Is that man standing there one of the gods? Nope, he's just a priest. Oh, so a servant to the gods. That explains why I don't sense any exceptional abilities in him. What is that over there? A smaller room? I know, it's an Iron Maiden for reforming criminals, right? Whoever goes inside and fails rehabilitation gets skewered. Yep, skewered alive. So go ahead and head in there. I thought so. I felt a sense of foreboding from it. No, Caroline. That's the place where you speak with a human to divulge your past misdeeds. I believe it's called a confession booth. Hey, one more smart remark like that and you're getting baton jabbed, inmate. Is something the matter? Hey, you. We're here for the confession booth deal you've got going on here. Oh, you seek to confess at such a young age? All right, which of you would like to go first?
What are you
Which of
saying?
us? Do you intend to split us up and pick us off one by one? No such luck. We're both going in. I see. You're free to do so, but there really isn't much room inside. Are you attempting some sort of deceptive practice by calling yourself a servant of the gods? You what? Listen to people's concerns? This isn't a form of rehabilitation. Regardless, such talk is cheap, but pays quite well. We shall undertake this confession and ascertain the truth for ourselves. Then, as for your confession... what to confess? It's probably unkind to kick the inmate, but it's part of my duties as warden, so this can't be held against me. Inmate? Warden? This is none of your business. We're speaking to the gods right now. Recently, I've been shifting my more mundane bookkeeping responsibilities onto Caroline. You what? I knew my workload was feeling larger for some reason. But she made so many mistakes in her work that I regret not doing it myself. Of course I'd make mistakes when I have nearly twice the work. How about yourself, Caroline? Don't you have anything you'd like to confess while we're here? Like what? I know you went out and ate menchikatsu all by yourself. Did you really think you could escape my notice? I was curious about the line. Like, what could humans want so badly that they would stand in place for so long? Megiddo. Fine. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Confession time is over. We're done here. Odd as it may be, I actually feel quite refreshed. Were it not for this opportunity, we would have likely kept these matters locked away deep in our hearts. So, have you righted your wrongs? Hopefully you do. That's your job, inmate. Know your place. By the way, why do humans pray to gods? Shouldn't they be spending that time trying to solve their problems themselves? It's a kind of support. Think of it that way. Have you given up on taking care of your own issues? Perhaps you're the one who needs a change of heart. No matter, we've come to learn how these places of worship work firsthand. We'll consider the assignment complete. Here is your reward. We get Sama Recarm. Very good skill. It fully heals one ally? Yeah, fully heals one ally, because Recarm... Yeah. That's right. You know, confessions seem like they'd be rather useful to your rehabilitation. You ought to confess to us every day. Put that out of your mind, Caroline. Once we return, you're going to tell me all about what your experience eating you-know-what. But I've already confessed. Not enough, you haven't.
Let us
Take us back
return.
now, inmate. And off we go, back to the Velvet Room. But not time for bed quite yet. We've got a text from Ryuji. Let's go somewhere tomorrow. We've been busy lately, so I want to be able to at least relax on Sunday. Where would be a good place to go? I know, want to try going to the fishing pond in Ichigaya? Fishing pond, huh? Sounds fun. So, are you gonna go there with Ryuji? Yeah, we're gonna head there tomorrow. It'll be something to look forward to. Oh, I got a bite. Hope the other fish will bite this easily. Let's meet in Shinjuku tomorrow then. Good night. I have lots of fish at that pond, right? Can't wait. And we unlock a new area. It is the moat of Edo Castle still exists here, juxtaposed with modern life. Downtown fishing, the pond beside the station is a gem. Give it a try. You may land a big one.
All right.
So, looks like we've got a plan for tomorrow. And I will see you all then.